If you move, I'll crack your skull open. Sergeant Hayes' breath reeks of cheap diner coffee and naked malice. Metal handcuffs bite into Arthur Reed's wrists. His cheek presses against the cold marble counter of his own custom audiovisual store, /V Apex. Look what we found, Mr. Successful Businessman. Hayes dangles a small plastic bag containing white powder inches from Arthur's face. That's not mine. Arthur's voice remains steady. Too steady. Officer Miller laughs. His heavy boot stomps deliberately on Arthur's fallen framed medal of valor. A citation from his time in the service. Glass shatters. The frame splinters. They all claim innocence. Arthur's fingers tap a precise, silent rhythm against the counter. His eyes flick upward just once to the corner where a hidden, military-grade camera captures everything. The red light on Miller's body camera isn't blinking. Hayes yanks Arthur upright, missing the calculating assessment behind those unervingly calm eyes. He has no idea he just handcuffed a decorated naval special warfare commander. No idea he's now the target. Phase 1. The setup 72 hours earlier. Arthur Reed locks the front door of a /V Apex. The store's sleek displays of high-end speakers and monitors gleam in the dimming light. His phone vibrates. They hit Kai's Cafe yesterday. Same cops, same routine inspection. Found a stash in his back storage that wasn't there when they arrived. The voice belongs to Silas, owner of the bookstore 3 blocks down in the Central District. Arthur's jaw tightens. Third independent minority-owned business this month. Kai is finished, Silas says. They're coming for you next. Arthur ends a call. He stands motionless for precisely 10 seconds, then moves with purpose. Inside his secure office, he slides open a hidden panel in his desk. The fingerprint scanner recognizes him instantly. The compartment reveals nothing but a single burner phone. It's Reed. Arthur speaks into the phone. I need to activate Protocol Phoenix. A pause. Yes, Admiral. I understand the parameters. He disconnects. Memories flood back. The crushing cold of the North Sea, clandestine reconnaissance, the weight of decisions that saved and took lives. The Admiral promised this systemic problem would end differently than Operation Trident. Arthur moves to his computer. His fingers fly across the keyboard with military precision. A comprehensive surveillance network, hidden throughout the store, appears on screen. He activates protocols he hasn't used since his last Black Ops tour. 3 hours later, every corner of a /V Apex contains invisible digital eyes. Backup systems connect to secure, off-site servers. The cameras he installs aren't just recording to the cloud. They're transmitting directly to a private, third-party vault. On the wall hangs his carefully crafted public image. Small business owner, community leader, veteran. What the frame doesn't show. 12 years in naval special warfare, specialized training in tactical counterintelligence, and psychological operations that made him a legend in classified circles. Morning light streams through the windows. Arthur is helping a customer with a calibration issue when the bell above the door chimes. 2 police officers enter. Sergeant Hayes leads, swagger evident. Officer Miller follows, hand resting unnecessarily on his sidearm. Good morning, officers. Arthur's tone is pleasant, carefully calibrated. What can I help you with today? Hayes surveys the store. Routine inspection, Mr. Reed. Reports of questionable inventory moving through this district. The customer glances nervously between Arthur and the officers before hurrying out. Of course. Please look around. Arthur gestures welcomingly. His posture projects compliance, but his eyes track their movements with the precision of a predator. Miller moves immediately to the storage room. Hayes remains, examining a display of high-end headphones. Nice operation you've got here. Impressive inventory for this neighborhood. We serve audio files from across the state. Must be difficult maintaining security. Hayes sets down a pair carelessly. A lot of incidents lately, especially in certain establishments. Arthur notices Hayes touch his left ear. A tell. Systems fail. Cameras malfunction. Alarms get bypassed. Miller returns from the back room. All clear, Sarge. Hayes' smile doesn't reach his eyes. The precinct offers special business protection services for stores like yours. Extra patrols, faster response times. For a fee, I assume. Consider it a community partnership. $4,000 a month ensures your store stays problem-free. Arthur's agreeable nod hides the cold calculation behind his eyes. That's quite generous. Smart businessman like you understands value. Hayes produces a generic, unbranded card. Think it over. We'll be back tomorrow for your answer. You know, Kai, the cafe owner? Shame about his situation. Found a large quantity in his back office after refusing our services, too. Hayes shakes his head with mock sadness. Third shop this year to face similar problems. I appreciate the warning. The officers exit. Miller misses the second pinhole lens hidden in the smoke detector. Arthur watches them enter their patrol car. His phone appears in his hand. A text already composed. Subject Hayes identified. Extortion pattern confirmed. Phase 1 complete. Convergence after closing. Arthur isolates Hayes's implied threats and Miller's nervous glances. He compiles data on the other affected businesses. All minority-owned, all successful, all approached with identical protection offers before contraband appeared. He creates an encrypted file and routes it through 7 different servers before it reaches the secure inbox of District Attorney Valerie Chen. The subject line reads only, Kai's Cafe case. Pattern evidence.at home. Arthur transmits a brief coded update. Target identified. Operation timeline accelerated. 72-hour window. The Admiral's response is immediate. Authorization granted. Assets in position. The next day, Arthur opens his store precisely on time. When his staff steps out for lunch, Arthur makes a quick call. They're coming back today. Be ready. At 2:17 p.m., Hayes and Miller return. This time, Lieutenant Marcus Thorne waits in the patrol car outside. Have you considered our offer, Mr. Reed? Hayes' tone suggests only one acceptable answer. I have. Arthur produces a plain envelope. I think this is the standard arrangement. Hayes smiles, reaching for the envelope. Wise choice. Arthur pulls it back slightly. However, I had some questions about the coverage details. Irritation flashes across Hayes' face, but he follows Arthur to a speaker display, directly beneath the highest resolution directional microphone in the store. Arthur hands over the envelope. Hayes pockets it without counting. Neither officer notices the military-grade equipment capturing every word, every rustle of the envelope. Arthur has secured the first layer of evidence, proof of the payoff. The present. Arthur sits handcuffed to the interrogation room table. Hayes paces. So, Mr. Reed, want to explain the drugs we found? They are mine. Arthur's voice is measured. Doesn't matter what you say. What matters is what we documented. Hayes slaps a police report on the table. The entry time is listed 30 minutes before they actually arrived. Arthur scans the report. I'd like to speak with an attorney. The door opens. Elte, tornentes. Mr. Reed. Disappointing situation. Might be time to consider cooperation. Names of suppliers, distribution networks. I have nothing to say about activities I'm not involved in. Thorne and Hayes exchange glances. Miller shifts uncomfortably. We'll see. Hayes leans across the table. Unaware he's following a psychological script Arthur perfected years ago. 3 other businesses just like yours. All thought they were untouchable. You next. Look, Washington. Way I see it, you've got 3 options. Every threat, every illegal offer is being recorded. I like my phone call. Hayes stands abruptly. Give him a damn call. They exit. Immediately, Arthur's posture shifts. His eyes catalog every detail. A uniformed officer Arthur hasn't seen before, Officer Davis, enters with a landline. His eyes communicate awareness. Arthur makes his call, not to a lawyer, but to a number that activates the next phase. 3 words. Package delivered. Proceeding.